Sophie.
Coming back to it. Now, the reason he's in the corral is because we have a new female out with the main herd. We want her to get used to the other females before we put him back in with everybody else. So he's on a timeout, basically.
Kasi bago daw siya. Bago hindi siya mag-ibig.
Alright.
Acclimatize muna. Look, Ayan.
And then ahead of us, we're going to have some, close to us, we're going to have some brown animals, black and white faces, short curved horns. These are roan antelope. And across the way, the bigger
Sophie.
animals with the white lines in their bodies, those are
Sophie.
greater kudu.
Why are you getting angry?
That's how they're all looking down.
Why are you so
looking at the
angry?
keeper truck working down there. And here's the roans close to
You
the
just
fence.
wanna
You
get
see
out,
one of them is chewing his cud just like the giraffe was doing.
Look, he's eating.
And notice where the roans and the kudu have placed themselves in their exhibit. And remember, they can go anywhere they want, if they wanted to. Yeah, they're pretty much at the highest point they could get to up here. So if you think they're all up here because by being up here they can see farther for predators, raise your hand. Okay, if you think they're all up here because by being here they can hear and smell farther for predators, raise your hand. Actually, in this case, both answers are correct. So everybody raise their hand was right. Good job, folks. Right down below us here on our left side, look beyond the fence, these big blackbirds, the red bills. These are spur-winged geese from Africa, largest type of geese in Africa. That's a male and female. And the spur that gives them their name is basically the same bone on their wing as our thumb bone, and they use that to defend themselves, but if their wings are folded back against their body, you can't really see it.
See the duck swimming? Bro, there's more duck.
Right there.
You can see. Titignan mo yung ano, umiiyaw. Ganyan pala silang umiiyaw, no? Nakabuka. Ay, no?
Kanina nga yung rhino nag-spray. Nakita mo yung rhino, Ako nakita ko.
Now I mentioned how the roan antelopes and the greater kudu, there's one of the females on top of the hill there. The reason they're up here at the high point, one of the reasons is they're looking out for predators. Now there are no predators out here in the exhibit with them, but they are not sure about that because they can smell the lines that live back near our station even out here. We deliberately put our lines on the predators upwind of the other animals, and that way the other animals can at least smell the predators even if they can't see them. And that keeps them more alert and having more babies too. And so they're going to check us out while we're stopped here because we're the current source of danger to them as far as they're concerned.
Ano daw?
Parang nakikita na may banta sa puno.
See their ears pointed toward us. The kudu are forest antelope. They have really big ears, which just like the zebras and the rhinos, they can rotate like little satellite dishes for better hearing.
Go to Dada.
And that's a nice adaptation because in a forest you can't see as far as you can hear.
I know. Go to Daddy. Go to Dada. So you can see. Come on, let's go to Dada.
Look, Ayan!
Now we saw our male zebra back there on a timeout. We have some bachelor male antelope up here. And the same idea, they're separated from our main herds. We don't want them fighting with the dominant male or the females. So down below us on the dirt road there, the white animals, the longhorns, are some of our scimitar horned oryx. Now really close to us though, look at these orange-brown animals on the grass just behind the fence. These are Uganda cob antelope.
It's okay, anak. Look.
Again, they're all looking different directions, looking at the keepers especially, and us.
Parang caldereta, no?
And can you want to tell me which one of those is the male cob? Hopefully it's pretty obvious. He's the one on the right side of the horns. Notice how the other adults don't have horns. Those are the females. The male cob have the horns to show off to the ladies, kind of like their sports car. Now, down below him, there's the white animals with the long horns, scimitar horned oryx. And let's see.
Oh, look at that.
And also with them, you might just catch a glimpse of this really big, light-colored animal with the really big horns down there. That's our bachelor male and collie cattle from Uganda. And he's also there so he doesn't fight with the dominant male in his herd, which is actually his dad also. So we're trying to stop that. On our right side, you can see some of the undeveloped part of the park. We keep about half the park undeveloped. This kind of habitat now down to about 1/10 of its original area here in Southern California. It's home to several endangered species like coast horned lizards. So we're trying to help them out by protecting their habitat.
What do you want?
Now we saw our adult male Grevy's zebra earlier. Now the rest of the herd down below us here, folks. Look in front of it to the left of the building out there with the flat green roof below us.
Oh, look at the zebra, Nako.
There's more. There's a lot.
And Grevy's zebra, like I said, are the largest type of zebra in Africa. They also are endangered. There were 15,000 in the early 70s. Now they're down to around 2,000. And one of the factors in that decline has been global climate change, which is very likely responsible for the unprecedented drought the zebras are having to deal with where they live in East Africa. So we're one of several zoos contributing money to projects to help the zebras and the people who live nearby them. And one of those projects is to help local people get their domestic animals vaccinated against anthrax. And that helps their animals out and prevents their animals from giving that disease to the wild animals like the zebras. And I can stop one more time here.
Ayun yung zebra, Nako. You see the zebra? There's 6.
And folks, place it down where we're moving. Thank you. Now, we saw our 13-year-old female reticulated giraffe, Pawani. Our 3 2-year-old giraffes of that species are up here ahead of us. We have 2 young males, 1 young female. And so one's there at the on the dirt road, 2 down the gully here we're going around. Also the gully on our left side and our right side, you can see these trees with the beautiful red flowers. These are coral trees from southern Africa. And we get a lot of, we have plants here from all over the world, and our horticulture department takes care of about 1 3/4 million plants here.
Coral tree from Africa. Yung nalaman na yan. Did you see the giraffe? Iba-iba nga yung stripes nila, no?
And ahead of us, on our left side, we have more of the big tan elands, and you can see some of the baby elands with them. And the elands, what they do with their babies, there's a baby eland nursing on mom right now. She's standing just to the left of the dirt road. So look at the baby nursing, and the elands, what they do with their babies, they put them all in one big group, and then a few of the adults look after all the kids, kind of like the eland daycare center out there. You can see all 3 babies are right next to each other, and one is nursing on mom there.
Say hi.
And let's go forward a little bit. Okay.
Oh, look.
Now on our right side, this really, you see a really big dark brown with the big horns there. It's walking up to 2 of them that are laying on the ground. These are our main herd of the Ankole cattle. We saw our bachelor male earlier. And the cattle are bred for those horns by the Ankole people in Uganda as status symbols and collector's items. Just like you might collect wine to show off your status, they collect and breed big cattle with big horns. And because they are semi-domestic animals being raised by humans, they're doing just fine in Africa. To the left of the cattle on our right side, big brown animals here under the tree, and to the left of the tree, these are the only type of deer native to Africa. They're called Barbary red deer. So the females don't have notice how they don't have the antlers. And they are currently near threatened, so we are breeding them. And then with them on the ground there, white animal with the long horns coming back of their head, its head to the right of the feeder trough on top of the hill. That's another one of our scimitar horned oryx from northern Africa, from the Sahara Desert, North Africa. And the oryx are endangered by poaching for the really nice horns. Until recently, they were extinct in the wild. We're one of several zoos returning captive-born oryx back to the wild. 9 went back at the end of 2007, and there's a lot more on the way because we've had over 400 of them born here.
These. Binalik doon na rin kita sa wild. Kasi yung dami doon dito 400 na. Yung pinanganak dito.
Now, a lot of people come to the park and ask us what else they can do to help wildlife besides supporting our efforts here. And one of the best things you can do at home is to reduce, reuse, and recycle everything you can, especially your electronic items. That's because the northern part of the Congo